Is America really a melting pot? The parable of the trees and the collapse of family order. I want to talk to you today about something that dropped into my spirit with weight. The question came to me, is America really a melting pot? But that's what we've been told our entire lives. That everybody comes here, mixes together, and becomes one people. But the more you study scripture, the more you realize that this idea is not only unbiblical, it is destructive. And the passage that unlocked this for me is Judges chapter 9, verses 8 through 15. The parable of the trees. Now, this is not a children's story. This is a political parable, a covenant parable, a national parable. And when you read it with open eyes, it explains exactly why the family structure in America collapsed. The parable says the tree went out to anoint a king over themselves. They went to the olive tree, the fig tree, the vine. Each one a seed of its own kind. Each one rooted in its own assignment. Each one carrying its own identity. And every single one of them said the same thing. Why should I leave what I was created to do? The olive tree said, why should I leave my oil? The fig tree said, why should I leave my sweetness? The vine said, why should I leave my fruit? In other words, why should I abandon my identity, my assignment, my seed, my kind? But then the trees turned to the bramble, the thorn bush, the one with no fruit, no root, no lineage, no stability. And the bramble said, come and put your trust in my shadow. But a bramble has no shadow. It has no covering. It has no structure. It has no order. It only has thorns and fire. Now let me show you the connection. America told every nation within its borders, leave your oil, leave your sweetness, leave your fruit, leave your assignment, leave your identity, leave your lineage, leave your kind. We are all one people now. That is the melting pot myth. A melting pot is not unity. It is erasure. It is the demand that every tree abandon its seed. It is the expectation that every lineage dissolve itself into a national slogan. It is the pressure to become interchangeable, identical, and rootless. But Scripture teaches the opposite. Scripture teaches that every tree produces after its own kind. Every seed carries its own assignment. Every lineage has its own order. And when you force different kinds to abandon their assignment, you break the entire structure. That is exactly what happened to the American family. The olive tree, the father, was told to leave his oil. The fig tree, the mother, was told to leave her sweetness. The vine, the children, were disconnected from their fruit. And the bramble, the state, the system, the artificial authority, stepped in and said, "Trust in my shadow." But the bramble has no shadow, no covering, no protection, no fruit, no lineage, no covenant. And once the bramble takes authority, it burns everything it touches. So when people say America is a melting pot, what they're really saying is, we want a nation where no one remembers their seed, their kind, their assignment, or their lineage. But God never told the olive tree to become a fig tree. He never told the fig tree to become a vine. He never told the vine to become a bramble. And he never told nature to dissolve themselves into a slogan. Judges 9 is the warning. America is the example. And the collapse of the family is the evidence. This is why the remnant must return to seed, return to kind, return to assignment, return to order, return to lineage. Because the melting pot was never unity. It was the bramble's invitation. And the bramble always burns the garden.